All right, so I figured out that I can be heard, which is very nice. So yeah, we're gonna open up a collector's box of Adventures in the Forgotten Realms today. It's the Dungeons and Dragons set that just came out. I'm very excited for it because Dungeons and Dragons is one of something I enjoy quite a bit, and I'm very happy that Wizards finally decided to mix their two properties together and make this. So yeah, let's go ahead and open it. It's 12 packs in the box, and 15 cards in a booster, with a number of different foils and alternate arts and all that good stuff. That's gonna ruin the lighting there. It's gonna ruin the lighting here too, but oh well. So yeah, we'll just go ahead and get started. While I make a disaster, no problem. Excuse me, so this is the first pack. So the first card is Direwolf Prowler, Precipitous Drop, Spare Dagger, Improvised Weaponry, Ray of Enfeeblement, one of the Cycle of Hate cards, which includes one of my least favorite limited cards to play against, Hunter's Mark or whatever, the green one. It's very annoying. Split the Party, something you should never do in Dungeons and Dragons. Forest, and then we have our first our foil mythic, maybe only one for the box, but at least the first one. Icing Death, Frost Tyrant. So that's pretty cool. I like that card a lot. It's very fun. Gonna try and keep somewhat organized. Thorough Investigation. This is the commander card from the pack. Each pack has a card from the recent commander set. So this is a very cool card. I like it a lot. Meteor Swarm. And then we have the alternate art cards, as opposed to the extended art. We have Arborea Pegasus. Just a common, so we'll just put it in that pile. The Mimic. The rare is Zalto Fire Giant Duke. Then we have Purple Worm. And the extended foil is Long Rest. I like this card a lot. I think it's pretty good. It's a foil extended, and I do think I need that for a deck, so that's good. And then we have the Dungeon of the Mad Mage as the token, with the goblin on the back. The dungeon mechanic's cool, and I like having the foil tokens, so nice. Next pack. Fairy Dragon token. Bar the Gate. Jaded Sellsword. Baleful Beholder. Compelled Duel. Trickster's Talisman. Magic Missile. I like this card. This card has really good flavor. It really lives up to the D&D spell, being uncounterable, dealing 3 damage divided as you choose among one target, or 1, 2, or 3 targets. Very cool. I like it a lot. Then we have a Swamp. Our foil rare is Ochre Jelly. This card's cool. I like it quite a bit. It's a rare, so we'll put it there. We have one of the legend cards, Dorvald, Frost Giant Jarl, from the commander set, and that is a mythic, so we'll put it with that pile. Yuan-Ti Malison. And then we have the alt arts, Genie Windseer, Cloister Gargoyle, Gelatinous Cube. I really like this card. The flavor is very good, and the effect is very powerful without being too overpowered. It's a very cool card. Super, super big fan of it. Then we have Arborea Pegasus, and for our module card, because some of the lands are in the style of the old Dungeons and Dragons modules, we have Hall of the Storm Giants, or Hall of Storm Giants. It's very cool. I really like this treatment. I know some people who don't, but to me, I really, really like it a lot. Huge fan of that. And then the token is the Spider for Loth, and the Fairy Dragon. I think I also promised that I'd be bad-mouthing one Mr. Jimothy Benning on this stream, so I will certainly get to that. He made a trade today that I am not a super huge fan of. I know that he cleared some cap space, but he took on another Albatross contract and gave up the 9th overall pick in the draft, which is not my favorite thing. So we have a Priest of Ancient Lore, Clever Conjurer, Grim Bounty, Celestial Unicorn, Moonblessed Cleric, a Red Dragon, Foil Island. I also really like the lands before I get on to anything. I really, really like the flavor text on the lands. They're so cool. Like this one is alarmed by the news you brought. The Storm Giant King of the Maelstrom has called his kin to council. Like it's super cool. A nice little touch on the lands, especially for like a D&D flavored set. You get like the you get just that like little bit of extra flavor that I really appreciate in these cards, and I think really makes this set special. Sphere of Annihilation, a Belt of Giant Strength, and Asmodeus the Archfiend. Then for the alt arts, we have Knoll Hunter, Manticore, a full art Loth the Spider Queen. I like this card a lot. I think it's like pretty powerful. Gaining loyalty whenever a creature dies is a very powerful effect. Draws a card without losing loyalty. And making 2 spiders with Reach and Menace is also like pretty strong. Easy way to protect it. When they die, they give it loyalty back. Just all around a powerful card, even though it's like kind of expensive at 5 mana. Direwolf Prowler, and then Nadar, Selfless Paladin. I also really like oh, and then we have the Lost Mine of Fandelver for the token with the back being a skeleton. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, so I really like these as well, with like the old Monster Manual style art. And it being kind of like on a page with the background. I really, really appreciate like pretty much everything that went into this set to make it really flavorful towards D&D while still feeling like a Magic set. I don't like this stuff here. Put the tokens up here. So here we have Icing Death Frost Tongue, which is the sword that Icing Death, the foil mythic we opened up earlier, makes. It's very cool. So we have You Hear Something on Watch. These are another thing I really like about this set. The choice cards and how they have like, where usually it would be like, oh, choose one, do this or this. And then it's like here it's got like Rouse the Party and like set off traps. Just tons of flavor in this set. Spike Pit Trap. And it's like really, really nice to see. And since Wizards has planned to do the Universes Beyond sets going forward, I think this is a really good sign of them not just kind of throwing cards together and actually making a quality flavor for every thing. So we have Thieves' Tools, Underdark Basilisk, Dragon's Disciple, Choose Your Weapon, a Mountain, the Sorcerer class. I also really like the class cards. I like that it like has the level up mechanic, and it feels like it makes sense. Like every one of them almost makes sense with the D&D class as well, which is super cool. Then we have Hurl Through Hell. It's a very cool card. And an extended art Sphere of Annihilation. Then we have, for the alt arts, Baleful Beholder, a Blink Dog, a full art adult Gold Dragon, which is very cool, a foil Pixie Guide, and then a foil extended art Vorpal Sword. So this is the Buy a Box promo as well. And then we have the Devil, and obviously the Icing Death. Frost Tongue. Yeah, so this is the Buy a Box promo. It's a very cool card. It's got like an alternate win condition, sort of. It's more like a lose condition, but yeah, it's very cool. And it's foil extended, so a little bit cooler than the alt art Vorpal Sword, I think. Knoll Hunter, Dwarfold Champion, Silver Raven, Yuan-Ti Fangblade, Hama-Pashar Runeseeker, a White Dragon, a Swamp, a Foil Nadar Selfless Paladin, just a regular one. To go with our alt-art one, we have Bag of Devouring, very cool. Extended Art Hand of Vecna. Then we have Faraday, Devil's Chosen. This plays with another one of the like really well done mechanics in this, the dice roll mechanic, where you can like roll a d20. It really feels like D&D with like a lot of the cards having like the very high critical use case, but also like the lower end case, which is very nice. One of my favorite cards in the set that I'd really like to open is the Deck of Many Things, and that plays very well with this mechanic, which is really cool. Kalain Reclusive Painter. Delina Wild Mage is the rare. Very cool. Unfortunately, no, I don't think Ophelia Wisbithica is quite famous enough to be printed, though I would really like it. We have an Owlbear, and then we have a very cool and a foil extended Xanathar Guild Kingpin. I know, right? She was the thickest, so it's very unfortunate that she was not able to be printed. And then we have a Treasure with Eliwick Tumblestrum's emblem on the back. I'm sure the set would sell like 10 times better if Ophelia was in it. I really like Xanathar. I think this card's super cool. I'll show what it does. It's beginning of your upkeep, choose a target opponent. Until end of turn, that player can't cast cards, and you can look at the top card of their library anytime. You may play the top card of their library, and you may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to cast spells that way. It's a very powerful effect. I don't know if the card's like good enough to see play in standard, but definitely a fun EDH card to piss off your friends, which is obviously everything we want to do in games. So we have Clattering Skeletons, Veteran Dungeoneer, Mordenkainen's Polymorph, You Come to the Knoll Camp, Blue Dragon, Warlock Class, Forest, Lair of the Hydra, another one of the Manlands, Holy Avenger. We lost focus. The Book of Vile Darkness. I like this. This is very cool. It's got a like bunch of combos, and then you make Vecna with all of, or like not a bunch of combos, but it's got a bunch of other parts to it, and then you make Vecna with all of the effects of the other cards, which is cool. Yeah, I think this, and like the other Universe Beyond sets, which they're doing, I know Lord of the Rings and Warhammer 40k are going to do a lot to like make people who maybe don't know a lot about Magic, but like the game is very fun, so like people might want to play those sets, and I think that's going to do a lot for drawing people who aren't otherwise interested into the game. And I think like hopefully they do more D&D sets, because I think like there's obviously a ton of worlds. So we have Genie Windseer, and then we have the module Den of Bugbear, or Den of the Bugbear. Very cool. Lurking Roper, and then Oswald Fiddlebender is the rare. And this is the other dungeon, Tomb of Annihilation. I think the dungeon mechanic is like really cool as well. It does a good job of capturing like delving into a dungeon in D&D. And how like sometimes there are good things, sometimes there's things that like have different effects. You can find like goblins and stuff. I just think it's really cool. So we have Vampire Spawn in this pack, Brazen Dwarf, Shortcut Seeker, Gloomstalker. This is my least favorite card in Limited, the Hunter's Mark. It's awful to play against if you're playing any blue creatures, and just makes my life miserable all around. I think I've been blown out by this card like 3 times, and every time it just feels more awful. Targnar Demonfang Knoll. We have a Swamp, Westgate Regent, Extract Brain, and the classic Flumph. Who doesn't love Flumph? I like this card. It's kind of cute. It's got some fun things to do. Lurking Roper. The extended or the full art red dragon. I think that the fact that they did all like the uncommon dragons in full art too is like super cool. Like they didn't really have to do that, but them doing it adds a lot. We have white, Baleful Beholder, and then we have the foil extended Instrument of the Bards. It's very nice looking. I really like all the art they did for this set too. I think it like did a good job of capturing D&D basically every way they could. And I am hopeful that they will, like I said, go back to D&D again, maybe this time to a different plane, because this is obviously the Forgotten Realms. Maybe they could do like Greyhawk or whatever. Or even Eberron or whatever it's called, like the sort of a little bit more sci-fi one. That would be cool too. Rime Shield Frost Giant is the first card in this pack. Boots of Speed. Feign Death. Scion of Stygia. Grim Wanderer. Prosperous Innkeeper. A Mountain is the foil land. And then we have Mind Flayer. This art is just like really cool. The card's not like super amazing. It's really strong and limited, but like the art is, I really like it. Then we have Karazakar, the Eye Tyrant. A normal extended long rest. Underdark Basilisk. A Rust Monster. Westgate Regent. That's the rare. Neverwinter Dryad is the foil, and then a foil extended Sphere of Annihilation. I think I pulled every version of this card, which is cool. I like this card. I think it's like super cool. Very fun for EDH and can be really annoying to play against if you're playing certain types of decks. So we have Faraday's Fireball. Move the garbage out of the way a bit. Planar Ally. Pixie Guide. +2 Mace. Barrowin of Clan Under. Some D&D names are just so amazing. Divine Smite. The foil land is an island. Then we have a foil of the Rogue class. Another cool class. Then we have the Neverwinter Hydra. Tasha's Hideous Laughter is the extended. Then we have alternate art Bullet, however you say that. Clattering Skeletons. Alternate art Volo, very cool. Rime Shield Frost Giant, and then a foil extended Froghemoth. Oh, this is a cool token combo. So there's the Dog Illusion, which Mordenkainen makes, and then the Mordenkainen emblem as well on one. That's a cute combo. So we only have a couple packs left after this one. We have a Leather Armor, Potion of Healing, Earth Cult Elemental, Half-Elf Monk, Ray of Frost, Temple of the Dragon Queen, a Foil Plains, Zalto Fire Giant Duke, as the foil rare, Berserker's Frenzy. These are another one of the D20 cards, which are very, very nice. I like them a lot. An extended Orb of Dragonkind, Direwolf Prowler, Shesra Death's Whisper, a regular non-foil Hall of Storm Giants. I really like these two, like the old modules. They're like super cool. Even though I didn't play like D&D back when these were like how the modules looked, it's just such an iconic look that it's like really cool to see on a card. Cloister Gargoyle is the foil, and then a foil extended Wizard Spellbook. Very cool. Come on, phone camera, you can do that. 2 packs left. And then I'll just spend like 20 minutes shit-talking Jim Benning for making questionable trades at best. You Come to a River. Eyes of the Beholder. Unexpected Windfall. Neverwinter Dryad. The Cleric class. We have Fly. A foil Forest. A foil Tasha's Hideous Laughter. Hey, how's it going? We have Caddy Bree of Mithril Hall, which is, again, the commander card. Very cool. Orcus, Prince of Undeath. Then we have the alternate arts, Clattering Skeleton. Rhyme Shield Frost Giant. We have a full art Mordenkainen. That's very cool. Goes really well with my nice token that I have for him. And then we have a foiled Genie Windseer. And a foil mythic alternate art, Minsk Beloved Ranger. Let's see if we can get this to focus. There we go. Very cool. He's got his sweet hamster Boo with him. Very nice. And then we're on the last pack. Unfortunately, I only had 1 box today. I was not able to get a second. But that just means like in a week or two, when I get the second box, I will open that one too. So you have Sylvan Shepherd. You See a Guard Approach. Steadfast Paladin. Valor Singer. Guild Thief. Reaper's Talisman. A foil Plains. Then for the foil rare, we have Delina Wildmage. We have Maddening Hex as the commander card. A treasure chest, which is, this is probably the best example of like the D20 cards, I think, being like super on flavor. Because you roll the D20, and then if you hit a 1, you lose 3 life, which is a very bad thing. But then if you hit a 20, you get like an extremely powerful effect, which is searching your library for an artifact or like a card, which you can just put into your hand. Or if you search your library for an artifact, which there are some like extremely powerful artifacts in some formats, you just get to put it on the battlefield, which is really cool. And there's Pixie Guide, a full art Blue Dragon, the Tarask. This is another like, I think this is the card that has the worst flavor maybe in the set, because the Tarask is supposed to be like this giant unkillable beast, and it doesn't like quite feel like that, but it's still a cool card. I still like it. Knoll Hunter, and then the last foil extended is the Eye of Vecna. All right, so that's the box. I mean, the coolest cards in the box are like the Mordenkainen's very cool. And there was the foil Xanathar is probably the best thing in the box. It's very cool. I mean, not necessarily in terms of financial value, but in terms of how much I like the card. It's very, very cool, and I really like that it's like an extended foil. Also, the Icing Death was cool, and that was in the first pack. Did I get any new followers? No, I have not gotten any new followers. Vecna is a busta, though. You're absolutely correct about that. Hey guys, if you liked the video, make sure to like and subscribe, and consider checking me out at twitch.tv/CLW22 for live content. Thanks for watching. Bye.